In this video, we'll break down simple, proven tips to grow your channel, boost views, and work with the algorithm to get your content noticed quickly.
Making money on YouTube, it can kind of feel like, walking into a casino, right?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You see all those viral videos, millions of views, and you just think, man, it's all about getting lucky.
It's easy to think that for sure. It's a common misconception. It's like thinking the lottery is the only way to get rich.
Right.
It happens, sure, but there are smarter ways to go about it. Strategic.
Totally. And that's kind of what's got me so hyped about this source material you sent.
Yeah.
It's not about chasing those viral hits, those 1 in a million shots. It's about building something you can actually, I don't know, rely on.
Sustainable.
Absolutely. And that's what this whole deep dive is all about, really, unlocking that real potential of YouTube.
Not about the viral fame, but like as a search engine. I mean, it is the world's second largest after all.
See, I've heard that before, but it's never really truly clicked for me.
Right.
3 billion people using YouTube to learn every single day. How do we tap into that without getting buried in the noise?
Well, that's the thing with this approach, right? It's about, okay, think of it like this. Would you rather be, say, the queen of conversational German?
What?
The absolute go-to expert for people who want to actually speak the language.
Oh, interesting.
Or just, another face in the crowd teaching grammar rules.
No, absolutely. Actually, I've been trying to brush up on my German myself.
Have you?
Yeah, a little bit. So that resonates. So how does the search engine thing actually work? How do we do that?
Well, it starts with a mindset shift.
Yeah.
Instead of just, throwing content out there and hoping it sticks.
Oh, yeah.
You're strategically crafting these videos that are answering the exact question your ideal viewer, they're already searching for that.
Makes sense when you put it like that. But I gotta admit, I've been guilty of the old publish and hope strategy myself. Is that a common thing, you think, for creators to do?
Oh, way more common than you'd think. The source actually mentions that a crazy 48% of creators are making less than $1,000 a month.
Wow.
Despite all their efforts.
Yeah.
They're stuck in this rut, this content treadmill,
Oh, yeah.
burning themselves out, not seeing the results they're hoping for.
So it's they're constantly baking cakes, but they never actually get to eat any.
That's a great way to put it.
Right.
No wonder they burn out.
Yeah, I wonder.
Exactly. That's why this source, it advocates for a completely different approach, what it calls algorithm domination.
Ooh, okay.
Now, before you go and roll your eyes at another
Another buzzword.
exactly. It's not about gaming the system
Ah.
or any shady tactics.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Because frankly, I'd much rather work with this whole algorithm thing
Of course.
than feel like I'm constantly trying to outsmart it,
Yeah.
So how do we go from frustrated bakers to, dare I say, YouTube master chefs?
Master chefs, I like it. It really is about, like you said, becoming a master chef,
Okay.
knowing exactly what those diners, what they want, what they crave.
Yeah.
Instead of, just randomly throwing dishes out there,
Yeah.
you're creating this targeted menu,
Huh. Yeah.
and it's designed to satisfy a specific palate.
So no more culinary chaos in the kitchen. We're talking Michelin star kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That carefully curated dining experience. I like that.
I like it. Okay, but how do we even begin to create that perfect menu?
So the source breaks it down into three core elements.
Okay.
Identifying your ideal viewer,
Okay.
creating content that's actually relevant to them,
Yeah.
and then driving traffic to an email list.
Okay. All right. Let's break that down. Let's unpack this recipe for success here.
Yeah, let's do it.
So first up, identifying our ideal viewer. What are we looking at here? What are the ingredients we need to consider?
Okay, imagine you're sitting down with this person, having a cup of coffee. What are their biggest struggles when it comes to your niche? What are they hoping for? What are their aspirations?
Mm-hmm.
What are those questions that keep them up at night?
So it's about getting in their head a little bit, understanding their motivations, their desires, even their pain points.
100%. And this is actually where a lot of creators, they kind of stumble a bit.
Yeah.
They get stuck on demographics, right?
Yeah.
The age, the location, the gender.
Right.
But that's really it's scratching the surface. We need to go way deeper.
Because a 25-year-old in New York and a 50-year-old in London could both be, trying to learn German, like we were talking about. But their reasons for wanting to learn, their learning styles, even how they define success could be totally different.
Exactly. Different planets. So once you've got this crystal clear picture of this ideal viewer, then you can move on to the next ingredient, creating that relevant content.
Which, seems kind of obvious on the surface.
Yeah.
But I'm sensing there's more to it than just picking a topic and hitting record.
Oh, absolutely. It's not enough to just like create content around your niche.
Right.
Every single video you put out,
Mm.
it needs to be directly addressing those needs,
Yeah.
those desires of that ideal viewer.
Right.
It's about providing solutions.
Not just information.
Exactly.
Okay, so going back to the conversational German example, instead of doing like a generic video about German grammar, we'd create one that teaches you how to, I don't know, like order a beer like a local in
There
Berlin.
you go.
Great.
You're speaking my language now. It's about anticipating those needs, answering their questions and giving them something tangible, something they can use right away.
I like it. Okay.
Okay.
And that brings us to the final ingredient, driving traffic to an email list. See, I gotta be honest, I kind of tune out when people start talking about email lists,
Really?
but I have a feeling you're gonna tell me why this is so important.
Think about this. Okay. Your YouTube channel, it's like this beautiful restaurant you built,
Okay,
but it's on rented land. You don't actually own that platform
that's true.
and that algorithm.
Yeah,
That can change like the weather.
it can. It can. So you're saying building an email list is like owning the land that restaurant sits on.
Exactly.
Gives you that sense of security, that control.
Exactly.
Right.
No matter what happens with the platform,
Right, right.
it's about having that direct line to your people,
Okay.
to the ones who've said, hey, we're into this. We want more.
They've raised their hand. Yeah.
Exactly.
And once you've got them on that list, on your email list, you can bring them back to your YouTube channel, right?
Of course.
Keeps those videos like performing well.
This is beautiful cycle.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
of engagement and growth.
Okay, this is making a lot of sense, but I gotta ask. If we're giving away all this valuable stuff for free,
Right.
how do we actually, where's the making money part come in? Like, how do we monetize all of this?
That is a great question. And honestly, it's one that I think trips a lot of creators up.
Yeah, yeah.
They think, if I give away too much, who's going to pay?
Right, exactly.
But the thing is, people, they're willing to pay,
Hmm.
but what they want is clarity. They
Mm.
want the guidance and a proven path to reach their goals.
So it's not about like hoarding information and making them, pay to get it all. It's more about packaging it
Exactly.
in a way that is irresistible for the right people. Right.
It's like that difference between like handing someone a bunch of ingredients
Right.
versus presenting them with like this beautifully prepared meal.
You're becoming that guide,
Yeah.
that mentor that people actually want to invest in.
100%.
Okay.
And this source specifically, it recommends online courses. That's kind of like the cornerstone of your monetization strategy. Think of it like that beautifully crafted dish
Okay.
that takes your ideal viewer on this journey, from where they are right now to where they want to be.
So instead of offering just like a recipe here and there, we're creating a whole cooking school experience.
Yes, you got it.
I like that analogy. But how do we even know what kind of course to create? Like what they even want?
That is where the content scaling funnel comes in.
Ooh.
Because this is like the roadmap. It's going to guide your audience to that transformation
Okay.
through different types of content
Got it.
that are tailored to where they're at.
Okay, content scaling funnel. Tell me more. And if you can keep the foodie analogies coming, because those are really working for me.
Right. All right. So at the top of the funnel, you've got your appetizers.
Okay, appetizers. I like it.
Right. This is content like think free ebooks, checklists, downloadable resources.
Right.
It's low commitment, it's valuable, but it's just a little taste.
Okay, so if we're sticking with our German language example,
Yeah.
instead of hitting them with like a full-blown grammar lesson, we give them like a free checklist of the 10 most useful phrases for travelers.
Boom. Exactly. You're giving them that quick win.
Yeah,
You're giving them a little taste without overwhelming them.
right.
And then as they move down the funnel, they're ready for something a little more substantial.
Okay, so they've had their appetizers. Now they're ready for the main course.
main course.
Yeah.
You got it. This is things like your webinars, in-depth training videos, maybe a challenge even.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is where you really dive deep into the pain points. You offer solutions and you really start to demonstrate, hey, I know what I'm talking about.
So for our German language, channel,
Right.
that might be a free webinar on, how to navigate a restaurant, like a local
Right.
or like a 5-day challenge that teaches them how to have like basic conversations.
But yes, you're getting it.
Right.
And then finally, at the bottom of this funnel, we have dessert.
Ooh, dessert.
The premium stuff, right?
Hey.
Your online courses, your
Yeah.
coaching programs, high ticket services.
Right.
This is what delivers that full transformation.
So after they've had the appetizer, had the main course, they're ready to indulge in something like really decadent. That
Yeah.
ties the whole experience together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And by this point, they've seen enough. They know you're the real deal. They trust you. They value what you have to say, and they are ready to invest in themselves.
This content scaling funnel thing, it's pretty brilliant.
It works.
Yeah, it makes the whole like monetization process seem, I don't know, less icky. It's not about tricking them into buying something.
No, not at all.
It's about nurturing them along and giving them that value at every step.
Exactly. And you build that relationship.
Yeah.
It's all about that. But, creating a winning menu, that's only half the battle.
Yeah.
We still got to make sure that the restaurant runs smoothly.
That's true. You can't just expect people to find these culinary masterpieces on their own. We've got to make sure they know it's there and why they should choose our restaurant over the millions of others out there.
Exactly. And that's where cracking the code comes in. This is about making sure your content is, discoverable, it's engaging, it converts.
Okay, cracking the code, I'm ready. So we've cooked up this amazing menu with our content scaling funnel, right?
Right.
But how do we actually get people to like order from it? Tell me about this whole cracking the code thing.
So it's kind of like, you got to think like a restaurant owner here. Presentation is everything.
Okay.
You could have the best food in the world, but if the menu's boring, the lighting's off, no one's coming in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So how do we make our YouTube channel like impossible to ignore?
All right, so the source breaks it down into 4 phases.
Oh.
You've got your content, your optimization, development, and expansion. It's really, you got to look at the whole picture. Like a good restaurant, they think about everything from the music they play to the, the way the menu looks.
Totally, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's break those down. What's the first step in this cracking the code recipe?
Well, it always comes back to the content itself.
Right, of course.
That's the heart of your channel. The main course, if you will.
Oh, right.
We talked about the niche, the ideal viewer. Now it's about actually delivering on that
Okay.
with every single video.
So no more just like random recipe videos.
Exactly.
We're picking our lane and we're sticking to it.
Pick that lane. The source talks about being a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
It's tempting to try to go broad,
Yeah.
appeal to everybody, but you get lost that way.
You get lost in the sea of content.
Exactly. Be the expert in your specific thing.
So instead of just being like a general cooking channel, we're, I don't know, the vegan baking for beginners channel.
Now you're talking. And remember that transformation statement.
Yes.
That's your guiding light now
Okay.
for
good.
everything you create.
So if ours is helping aspiring vegan bakers make amazing treats,
Yeah,
every video needs to tie back into that.
exactly. 100%. Okay, so you've got the content strategy locked. Now it's optimization time.
Okay. So we're making it look good, like Instagram worthy, right? We're talking thumbnails, titles, making people actually want to click.
It's all about that hook, that first impression.
Yeah.
Your thumbnail.
Yeah,
That's your window display.
right.
It's got to be eye-catching. And the title. That's your catchy slogan.
Okay.
The one that makes them stop scrolling.
So no more vegan baking attempt number 3.
No. Be specific. Think benefits. Maybe even a little mystery.
Okay, a little cliffhanger, I like it.
A little something. What would make you click?
True. Easy vegan chocolate chip cookies. Even you can make these
There you go.
versus just like vegan baking tutorial.
Right. Which one are you clicking?
You had me at chocolate chip cookies. But okay, this is important stuff, this optimization.
It's make or break in a crowded world. But even with all that, you got to keep them hooked once they click.
Right. Because even the prettiest restaurant, if the service is bad, the food takes forever.
Exactly. People are walking out.
They're not coming back.
Yeah. The source talks about a strong hook right off the bat.
Yeah.
Those first few seconds are everything. Grab their attention. Don't waste their time.
No long intros then.
No. Get to the point. Deliver on what you promised. Keep that energy high. Be a good host.
Yeah.
Welcoming.
Right. Like you want them to feel that energy. It's an experience, not just here's some information.
Exactly. Okay, last phase, expansion. What was it? The dessert course.
Dessert course, yes.
That's where it gets good.
Think of it like, okay, you've got this amazing restaurant.
Yeah.
Now you want the whole city to know.
Okay, yeah.
Get the food critics in, get people talking online, maybe even open a second location,
So we're taking it beyond YouTube itself.
Exactly. Sharing on other platforms.
Okay.
Your website, social media, and most importantly, that email list.
Right, our VIPs.
They're your regulars. They spread the word. They keep coming back. It all connects. Okay, this is making a lot of sense. But how do we know what's working? Like what numbers actually matter?
It's tempting to get caught up in the vanity metrics.
Oh, yeah. The subscriber count?
Subscriber count, exactly. But the source, it stresses the real indicators. Retention rate, click-throughs, qualitative feedback, and the big one, dollar per subscriber.
Okay, so not just how many people, but who those people are and how they're engaging.
100%. High retention means they're watching, not bouncing. Click-throughs, that's your titles and thumbnails working.
Right, okay. And then that feedback, the comments and stuff, that tells us what they actually think.
It's invaluable, like getting feedback from your diners. What did you like? What could be better?
Yeah, yeah. You can adapt your menu.
Exactly. And then that dollar per subscriber.
Yeah, what's that tell us?
That shows you the real value of each person. It's not about 1 million followers who aren't invested. It's about the ones who see you as the source.
Okay, building a real business, not just a channel.
That's it. That's the key.
Wow. This deep dive has been seriously eye-opening. We went from how do you even make money on YouTube to, okay, I have a plan.
It's about taking that step back, seeing the bigger picture.
Finding your people.
Yeah.
Creating for them. And then letting them find you.
Exactly.
This was awesome. Thank you so much for breaking it all down.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep learning, keep creating, and keep diving deep.